6 o'clock. It's time to call our council meeting to order. I would like to ask Reverend Terry if he wouldn't mind to lead us in our invocation, and I would like to ask Chief Terry if he wouldn't mind to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. If I could ask if you'd all please stand.
Lives of those that we serve. Help us to listen with open hearts and to speak with integrity and respect. May the decisions made today be in the best interest of all, especially those who are most in need. Guide the council to uphold justice, peace, and fairness in all that they do. Bless our leaders, our citizens, and our city, that together we may continue to foster a community of hope, compassion, and progress. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Walker, would you call the roll, please?
Honorable Mayor Fowler.
Here.
Honorable Councilman Bilbrey.
Here.
Honorable Councilman Williams. Honorable Councilwoman Hawkins.
Here.
Honorable Vice Mayor Hill.
Present.
I'd like to ask the council to please look over the agenda and the minutes of the last meeting, which you should have received, and let me know if there are any corrections or additions that we need to make to either of those two items.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Yes.
Honorable Will.
Ms. Walker?
Mayor Fowler Hill.
Yes.
And if you've had a chance to look at the minutes, I think we've all reviewed those. I did not see anything that needed to be added, deleted, or changed. If anyone else did, if you'll let me know. Then I'm going to make a motion that we approve the minutes of the council meeting held on October the 8th. Do I have a second?
Second.
Ms. Walker?
Mayor Fowler.
Yes.
Honorable Bilbrey.
Yes.
Honorable Williams.
Yes.
Honorable Hawkins.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hill.
Yes.
Item number 3 is new business, and it's to consider approval to suspend the reading of Ordinance 713-24, 714-24. And as is our custom, we are about to discuss those two items in detail, and so I would consider a motion to approve suspending the reading of those ordinances at this time, and we will discuss those in detail farther on into the agenda.
I'll make the motion suspend.
Do I
Second.
have a second?
Second.
Okay. Ms. Walker?
Mayor Fowler,
Yes.
Honorable Bilbrey,
Yes.
Honorable Williams, Honorable Hawkins, Vice Mayor Hill.
Yes.
All right. I know some of you were here when we discussed ordinance 713-24 at last month's meeting, but that has to do with setting new water and sewer rates for inside city customers, outside city customers, Brotherton area and West Overton Utility District. It did pass on first reading, but I would like to make you aware that if you didn't already know it, that the city of Cookeville provides our water. In fact, we buy from them. They went up on the cost of our water effective July the 1st of this year. They went up on our sewer rates. Well, let's see. They went up on the water rates. I think it's 15.1%, and they went up in August on our sewer rates. And I've also got, what's that, 0.1, but it seemed like it was a little bit more than that. With at 15.1 for right now.
We're keeping them both at 15.1. Sewer actually increased about 27%.
That's okay. And what the city has done is that we absorbed that increase, and so to speak, we paid it out of our pocket until that it has become such that we cannot no longer continue to do that. But we wanted to give our citizens plenty of time to get ready for this, and we are by this ordinance for the water rates 713-24 asking that it take effect January the 1st. And so this did pass at the first reading at the last meeting and requires a second reading as well as a public hearing. So now that I have set out what ordinance 713-24 is, I will suspend the council meeting and I will open the public hearing. If anyone has anything to say or questions to ask about the water rates, this would be your opportunity. Hearing no questions or comments, I would close the public hearing portion and I would resume the council meeting, and we can proceed to consider ordinance 713-24 if we want to pass that now on second reading. Council have any questions or concerns that they'd like to voice before voting on this? I make the motion that we go ahead and approve ordinance 713-24, setting the new sewer water rates to begin January the 1st of 2025. Do I have a second? Ms. Walker?
Mayor Fowler,
Yes.
Honorable Bilbrey,
Yes.
Honorable Williams, Honorable Hawkins, Vice Mayor Hill.
Yes.
All right, now we'll consider ordinance 714-24, and this one is on first reading, so this one hasn't come up before, and this was to amend the 24-25 budget and it is really a bookkeeping operation, and so I will let Mr. Morrison, if he would, just address that for us.
So we have a couple things here. I've separated it out. We're going to increase building permit revenue by 55,000 and increase police department post revenue by 10,400. We're going to increase those two expenses as well. So building inspection expense will go to 55,000. Police department post expense will go to 10,400. So this is $65,400 in revenue received, $65,400 in revenue expense. So that's a net zero change. Next, we're going to move some items within the police department expense line. So we're going to decrease PD operating supplies by 10,000, decrease PD grant expense by 6,000, decrease PD regular salaries by 3,000, and we're going to take that 19,000 and increase PD training by 5,000 and increase PD overtime salaries by 14,000. So that's 19,000 that we've moved around. So that's a net zero change. And lastly, we're going to decrease the general fund balance by 8,000 and increase parks contributions by 8,000. This is upon request from the Putnam County Library. We currently have a part-time employee at the library, and Ms. Wissinger is here to talk about that from the Putnam County Library System. Catherine, if I messed that up, I'm sorry. Weisinger. We'll fix it. And she'll be glad to discuss that. We currently fund for programming and a part-time employee $23,471. That pays for part-time employee. The county picks up the rest, as well as any benefits or things of that nature. And so based on our circulation with a part-time employee, we're getting more circulation than either of the branches at Monterey or Baxter. Baxter is part-time, Monterey is full-time. We are asking you to consider moving hours to full-time, and we believe that change with the additional hours will make our library even more used, more operational, and even increase those numbers more. So we think this is a good opportunity for the citizens. We think we're getting good use out of the library, and I think this is a worthy cause to continue to give back to all good to the citizens, to give them more access to the library, more access to computers and internet and programming. And I think this is a great partnership. And if Catherine would like to speak to that, I'm sure she would be glad to answer any questions you all have.
Miss Catherine, would you like to address that now, or?
I can. I don't know if you all
Okay.
have any specific questions. Keith laid it out really well. The Allgood branch is very popular in this community. I don't know if you've been to the Allgood Library. It's really small, but Rochelle, who's to expand there, does a fantastic job. She's retiring at the circulation there, and again, as Keith said, there's lots of great programs. They're connected to the senior center, and so they often partner together, but they offer all kinds of things for citizens here of all ages, and they do circulate more books than Baxter and Monterey, which is pretty spectacular considering their size, because they are the smallest. Allgood's our smallest library in the system of all 4 libraries. So we would love to grow this branch. I think there's a lot of opportunity here, but we do need someone who can work full-time. So we need the funding to do that. But do you all have any questions about the library or anything about it?
They take place.
They do programming, yes, all morning. And I don't know if you've been by again, but it is packed. She has huge numbers that go to those programs.
Roger, the chair yoga, I think,
Yes.
happens on Friday.
Yes. And she does, she also has seated resistance band, and she does a lot of movement as well as, book clubs and things like that. So it's eclectic.
And computer use,
Yes.
have we been able to monitor that as well? I know when I'm there, seems like everyone is, using those in their.
Yes, we very recently expanded a little bit the library. We have another room where we have computers set up, and we also got a smart panel for Rochelle so that she can do even more programs, or for that branch. So yes, there's almost always someone using the internet, the computers, or using that panel, the smart panel. So it really is a great resource for Allgood, and we think it could be even more utilized.
What would the hours be?
So that's something that we would have to work on and figure out. Currently, it is open from 10:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday, but it could be open earlier and even later so that people who are getting off work could more readily access the library and use those resources.
Anyone have anything further for Ms. Weisinger? Okay.
No?
Thank you, Ms.
Okay,
Catherine.
you're so
Appreciate
welcome.
it. Well, actually, then ordinance 714-24, there's no actual, the net change is 0 as far as the building permit and the police department post revenue and expense go. And then the 19,000 is also a net change increase because actually the only general fund balance increase would be the $8,000 that would go to the library. And I couldn't agree more about the need for this and how much it is used and what an asset it is to our community. I grew up in the days of the bookmobile, and before we had a library here, we kept up with when the bookmobile was going to be here and what days, and we couldn't wait to get there and exchange books. And so now that you don't have to have a horse and buggy, you can actually, avail yourself of the library facilities. It's nice that they're here and they can do that. And while this would have to be approved twice, and there would be a public hearing at the next meeting of the council, I have no hesitation in making a motion that we amend the budget as provided by ordinance 714-24 to increase our or make the net change of the $8,000 to fund the full-time library expense. Do I have a second for that? Ms. Walker?
Mayor Fowler,
Yes.
Honorable Bilbrey,
Yes.
Honorable Williams,
Yes.
Honorable Hawkins, Vice Mayor Hill.
Yes.
Item number 6, we have to consider approval to award the bid for extrication equipment to someone and in the amount of something under an HGAC buy contract. And I understand this is to benefit the Allgood Fire Department. And we've got Chief Judd here tonight. And it looks like from the materials that we have that there were 3 possible bidders. I understand that 2 of them have really been disqualified for not complying with the bid requirements. And so could you just please tell us a little bit about what this equipment is and how you would use it?
Start of October, we have already run more calls than we have ever in the history of the Allgood Fire Department. And now that we have personnel at the station, their responsibilities on these calls have kind of shifted. For now, we are getting to the scenes faster. We have somebody at the station. We're getting to these wrecks faster. we can provide more assistance, more help. We can get there faster than Putnam County Rescue Squad, which does an amazing job, but they're coming from Cookeville. So one of the things I did was got a donated set of extrication equipment donated to us, but that equipment's 40, 50 years old. It's kind of held together with rubber bands. I think as it stands right now, at least 12 members on our department have extrication or advanced extrication. This equipment will not only allow us to get to a car and do more, have more capabilities there, but with the number of calls we're getting for forcible entry, we've got quite a number of forcible entry calls that this can be used on. If we have structural collapses and all good, these tools were invaluable during the tornadoes. I used them at other departments. Homaltro, the recommended brand, the bite force when you're cutting, or the force and the power behind it and the speed at which it operates and the ease of use, I can't say enough about. So for that reasons, recommend it.
And that's the vendor, or the name of the equipment is provided by Homaltro, and it's NAFECO.
Yes, NAFECO is the vendor. Homaltro is the brand that they offer.
Okay. And it looks like the bid is $42,047.
Yes.
And I know you all love this question, but it's already, have we pre-budgeted for this?
Yes, we had some capital outlay, and this is one of the projects that I had kind of earmarked.
Okay, thank you. Chief, do they service the apartment, or is this something that we can?
Offer servicing, and then if one of the pieces of equipment has a malfunction or something like that, they have a loaner tool until they can get the tool that you have fixed.
Oh, okay.
Is that included in here, or is this separate?
That's separate. They sent that after I'd done emailed everything else. I would like to say, Putnam County, Cookeville City, they both use a Homaltro brand, so that also offers us the ability to work together. If something happens, we have to work together with Cookeville City, Putnam County.
Do we need the service offering, or can you all maintain it, manage, and keep it up and running?
Yeah, so I think we can keep it up and running, maintain these.
Are they giving us any warranty on any of this equipment?
I have the I have the limited warranty here as well. They sent that with the other papers. So there is a limited warranty. No, it's not 50 years.
Okay.
Second.
Mr. Williams has made the motion that we award the contract to NAFCO for the Hamaltro equipment in the amount of $42,047 under our HGAC buy contract. And Ms. Hawkins, I believe, seconded that. Okay. All right. I'll now call for a vote. Ms. Walker?
Mayor Fowler,
Yes.
Honorable Bilbrey,
Yes.
Honorable Williams, Honorable Hawkins, Vice Mayor Hill.
Yes.
Okay, department heads, it's time for you all to, or, I'm sorry, I've so much overlooked. Tell us any late breaking news.
I'll let the department heads go first, and then I'll close it out.
I'll never live this down.
You're good.
So our tree lighting event is coming up December the 7th. That'll be from 4 to 6 p.m. here at City Hall. We'll have Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus here. First National Bank sponsoring this like they do almost every event that we have, and providing pictures with Santa for people free of charge. The event's free. We'll have ornament decorating and hot chocolate and things like that while people wait in line to see Santa, and that evening will end with the tree lighting sharply at 6 p.m. Our Christmas parade is coming up on December the 13th. That's a Friday at 6 p.m. Anyone we're changing it up a little bit this year with the application process, and having a representative from each entry, each float or band come to City Hall on December the 4th at 5 p.m. for a short meeting that we'll have here. Make sure everybody's on the same page, and mainly to talk about safety concerns and lineup procedure. We hope that that'll greatly reduce a lot of the confusion that we generally have the night of, and make it a little bit smoother. And this year Keith has helped me make the application process available online. And that's been, we've had a lot of feedback from that. People appreciate that. So that's been a good addition. And I'll remind everybody about our dog park that we have it, and I would encourage people to use it. We still have a great deal of people using our football field and baseball fields as a dog park. It's all posted with signage not to allow dogs on those play surfaces where the kids play. They can walk a dog anywhere else on public property, park property within the city, as long as it's on a lead. But if they want to let it off, we've built a very large dog park over there for people to be able to utilize. And I'd just like to remind people it's there and encourage them to use that instead of our play surface fields. Well, we're not going to, this is the first year doing it, so we won't deny anybody to be able to come to the parade. It's kind of a transition year. Next year will be. We're just encouraging everybody to do it. Now, a lot of these entries, well over half of them are here every year and they're already familiar with it, but we always inevitably have a lot of confusion down there trying to line that up, and we think that this will help. And Brandon Smith with Emergency Management will be here that night to talk about safety concerns and just briefly go through the few rules that we have to make sure everybody's on the same page.
So with the fire department, we had a pretty busy October, and we have noticed that we are getting more and more people may have a key at their apartment or their house or something that they keep hideaway or in a lockbox. And I just want to remind everybody, you can get with the fire department. We can give that information to dispatch, 911 dispatch, and that way, if we're going out to a call and somebody has fallen, they can't get to the key or to the door, they can let us know. That way, we can do that instead of damaging someone's door or window. So I'd like to keep that in mind. And We started our department agility test. All firefighters taking part of that so far. I think we've got 2 people left to finish up, and that's just a commitment to the fire department our guys are making on a personal level.
I won't be doing any agility test. We've had a reasonably busy month, over 698 separate things that we've had to deal with. Had 15 car wrecks, 18 investigations, 244 property checks. I've had my guys start documenting when they stop and observe traffic for all the places that we've had, like on Second, all the speeder complaints. But they're documenting when they're sitting there. So they've been quite busy with that. Other than that, 120 traffic stops. Yes, ma'am.
We have some vacancies.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We have 2 vacancies right now. We're looking at possibly having a 3rd vacancy really soon.
Okay. We're running out of room on the new sign to advertise all these vacancies.
Yeah,
So
well, that's,
I just wanted to
yeah, that's
make
that's
sure.
an issue that he's aware of. And
Yep,
he'll
that's
address
just
it with you.
what we face. All right. Mr. Bradshaw, your turn.
I just want to say, that's a little loud. Everyone knows leaf season has begun, and we have started collecting leaves. I just ask that you put them as close as possible to the road, keep them out of the ditches, and just keep, no sticks, trash, all that. Keep metal, stuff like that out of your leaves. If you do need your leaves picked up, you can bag them and call City Hall, and we can make a work order to pick them up. But for now, we're not taking work orders to pick up leaves that aren't bagged. We're just going by street, and just be patient with us, and we'll get to you as soon as we can. And for the month of October, we did 720 work orders.
Yes, Ms. Bilbrey. No, I think what he said was he prefers you not to bag them at first, and let's try to get that done. And then when we get that done, if we have to go, if there's still some left, we can bag them. You can call City Hall and we'll make a work order. That was my understanding. Is that right, Director Bradshaw?
If they're a nuisance to you and you're tired of looking at them, we're not getting there quick enough, you can bag them and make a work order, and we can come pick them up.
But you'd like us to try it the other way first. Thank you.
City Hall will be closed for Thanksgiving, November 28th and 29th. So if you are on the Thursday, November 28th trash route, you will be picked up Wednesday, November the 27th. Everything else will run normal schedule. We'll make sure commercial routes are picked up. I want to commend all the staff for their hard work at the Fall Festival, the Fall Y'all event. We had a good turnout. The hay rides were a hit. We had to modify a little bit, but we adapted and overcame, and everything worked out. So we appreciate everybody. And that's all I have.
Okay. Go ahead. Do you have something else?
I picked B. What about the building? Thank you.
No, I mean, we are now, if there's any citizens or any one that would like to come forward and ask any questions or tell us your pet peeve. No, not hearing any, then I will make a motion that we adjourn. Someone want to second that for me? Thank you, Mr. Bilbrey. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? We are adjourned, and our next meeting will be December 10th. Thank you.